Welcome to part 55 of the Kicha Wong Dong series. In this episode, we're looking at a technique called Deah Yup Cha Ki, also known as the pop side kick. So this is a technique that is not often practiced or taught, but it has a lot of skills in it that can help. In order to do this drill, you'll obviously need to have your side kick down and flying side kick down. I would also recommend watching my videos on the pop snap and the pop roundhouse so you understand the jumping mechanics. With that being said, you're ready to get started with the technique. To warm up, obviously stretch out, maybe do a couple of side kicks and even a couple of jumping movements or jumping kicks, and then you're good to go. Now for this technique, unlike the pop snap or the pop round where I taught it off the back leg, it is easier to learn the jumping straight up side kick with the front leg. You can do it off the back leg, but this is a lot more difficult. So we're going to start off with the front leg. So to start off with, you want to jump and lift your knees into your body. Now when you jump and lift your knees in, you're trying to turn your hip over. So it is difficult, but a good idea is to jump up and touch your knee and your heel of your kicking leg. Once you can do this, you know that you're in the right chamber position. And when you chamber, the idea is to jump up high and to start off kicking low. If you can do that, start to elevate the height. You should never kick side kick above waist height, especially jumping kicks, because again, it takes away the angle of the kick, it takes away the power of the kick, and it does not look aesthetically good. So jump high, kick side on. Once you have that down, the next idea is to bring your back leg up with you. My old instructor used to call it kick your butt, and this makes the kick look aesthetically more pleasing, also gives you more air time, and your body goes with it. You should test this out on a shield or a wave rider, just to make sure that you're kicking correctly, that the toes are pointed down and the heel is up and you have the right hip alignment. So I'm going to talk about common mistakes now. The main one is, as always, is people trying to kick from the floor, trying to lift up and kick. So just make sure you're lifting the knees up first as high as possible, turning into that chamber and then kicking. The next common mistake is the toes being up instead of down, so it looks more like a snap kick or a weird sort of roundhouse than a side kick. So make sure toes are down, curl the toes, use the blade of the foot. And the third common mistake is people doing a little half jump before they jump. Again, when you start, you might bounce a couple of times and jump, bring your feet together, jump. But if you're actually going to use this in free sparring, it would give the game away. You'd show exactly what you're about to do. So try and kick from a standing position. So once you feel you have got the technique down, it's important to test it. The main one is making contact with something. So a little game I like to play is to kick over a wave rider. And again, you can start with a soft wave rider and build up. If you don't have a wave rider available or multiple wave riders as we do in our dojang, you can use a shield and just get your partner to give you feedback on increasing power. Always try it on both sides and make sure you're kicking with the blade of the foot. The next drill is to have something in your way. I'm using shields, but you could use a noodle or anything. Make sure it's not too hard so you don't hurt your foot, and trying to jump up close to it and kick over. This will teach you to chamber the kick correctly before you kick and to return it so it doesn't land straight down. And the next one, the final one, is breaking Kyok Pa, where you're putting together the power, the accuracy, the chamber, and the precision to get the goal through. And again, start off with a light board and then build up to a harder board, and make sure you're using that blade of the foot. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial on the pop side kick. I hope you find it useful and it adds to your drills. Sometimes when people are having trouble with flying side kick and other kicks like that, the pop side kick can be a nice little middle ground to help you out with those techniques. Until next month, take care. Thanks.